You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Meet Factor, your loophole in the laws of mealtime. Chef-crafted meals delivered with a tap, ready in just 2 minutes. You know what's even smarter? Treating yourself without cheating your goals. Factor is dietitian approved, chef prepared, and you plated. Pretty smart, huh? Refresh your routine and eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
In the summer of 1994, 4 teens entered an abandoned building in Gravesend, Brooklyn. It was the last time they would be seen alive. With few clues and no witnesses, the case went cold. But for Anthony Brewer, the brother of one of the victims, the search never stopped. In 2024, he acquired evidence from the police that contained DNA samples that didn't match the teens. That discovery put his life and the life of his family in grave danger. Goosebumps, The Vanishing. All episodes now available on Disney Plus and Hulu on disneyplus.disney.com. Rated TV 14 LV.
This is Optimal Finance Daily. Instant Gratification Wish List. Becoming a Patient Spender by Kumiko Love of thebudgetmom.com. There's absolutely no doubt in anyone's mind that we live in an instant gratification society. Everything is at our fingertips, just waiting for us to buy it. Movies on demand, Amazon Prime delivery, fast food on every corner, cell phones and tablets for continuous entertainment wherever we go. Even I get impatient when videos take more than 3 seconds to load. In 1989, Queen sang, "I want it all, I want it all, I want it all, and I want it now." 30 years later, this sentiment is even more prevalent than ever. Author Paul Roberts, who wrote The Impulse Society, states that our entire culture has elevated immediate gratification to life's primary goal. Everyone is enticed by it, and almost everyone gives into it. "I want it now" is harming our health, our relationships, our attention spans, and most of all, our budgets. Immediate or instant gratification is giving in to the temptation to have whatever pleasure you want the moment you want it, rather than using logic to plan for it financially and patience to enjoy the anticipation of it. Instant gratification is a natural urge. It's almost instinctive. Whether it's those new shoes that will make you the envy of all the women at the office, or that new SUV that would make driving so much nicer, or going out with friends instead of studying, or simply picking up dinner tonight instead of having to cook. Instant gratification promises to make our lives better this minute, today, right now. Getting what we want right now does not make our lives better later. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification, on the other hand, requires maturity, intelligence, coping skills, and self-discipline. It's the conscious choice to look forward, to think about the long-term consequences, and make wiser decisions. Delayed gratification is being kind to your future self. But just knowing that delayed gratification is more rewarding in the long run doesn't solve our daily struggle with wanting it now. So when you see that adorable top at your favorite online boutique, or that pizza commercial makes your mouth water, or those new car ads make your old minivan look kinda sad by comparison, how do you keep from giving in to the temptation of instant gratification? Well, let's start by making some lists. Making instant gratification lists. Yes, I'm all about the lists, but they do keep you on track. Let's look at how 3 different types of lists can help you cope with the lure of instant gratification. Number 1, shopping lists. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to shop with a list. Wish lists or need lists help you avoid impulse shopping, which results in impulse buying. Having a grocery list is one of the most valuable lists because we spend so much time at the market, and impulse buys at the grocery are consumable and affordable, so it never feels like you've wasted money. It's so easy to grab something while you're grocery shopping that isn't on your list. Maybe you're hungry or thirsty, perhaps the kids are begging, or maybe you really feel you deserve those Oreos today. The more you make a habit of sticking to the list, the easier it becomes to do so without thinking about it. You can even say to the kids, "Is it on the list? No, we can't buy it if it's not on the list." And if an impulse item really entices you, that's okay. After all, you're human. Be tempted, but do not put the item in your cart yet. Give yourself permission to come back for it after you've shopped for everything else on your list. Chances are, before you check out, you'll have either forgotten about it or decided it's not worth going back for. Number 2, wait lists. Wait lists are a very useful tool for delaying gratification when it comes to items you may need or want, but that aren't factored into your current budget. I like to keep a wait list in my budget planner specifically for these items. And I do the same basic thing with my online shopping carts, especially Amazon. For items in my notebook, I write down all the specific details, including the price. At the end of the 30-day wait, I often decide I don't need or want some of these items at all. Some I find better deals on. Some even go on sale while I wait. And sometimes an item on the list just keeps calling to me. When that happens, I know it will be a good purchase once I've saved the money to buy it. For online items, I put them in my cart or move them to saved for later if possible. Then I make myself wait 30 days until the next budget cycle before purchasing. By doing this, I get all the same results as before. In the long run, I'm always glad I waited. I end up not spending money I don't have on things I don't need or even really want once the impulse moment has passed. Instant gratification tips. Avoid temptation in the first place by removing the factors before they have a chance to reel you in. Fast forward through the commercials, or at least mute them. Distract yourself instead of watching. Recycle catalogs and sale flyers and remove your name from the mailing lists. Don't use shopping as a form of entertainment, whether online or at the mall. Don't click on social media ads. And don't spend time looking at and lusting over things that aren't in your budget. If you don't see it, you won't buy it. And number 3, the Instant Gratification Wish List. The Instant Gratification Wish List is my favorite. While the shopping list helps you buy only what you need, and the wait list enables you to weed out the impulse buys, the Instant Gratification Wish List is a dream list, which makes it fun. The wish list, which can be kept in your budget binder or on your refrigerator or your visual budget wall board, is a list of things you'll be spending money on once you've saved enough. Anything can be added to your wish list, from cookies to shoes to phones to vacations to houses. You can make wish lists for short-term and long-term goals, big items and small items, and each person in your household. The goal with the Instant Gratification Wish List is to turn the instant into anticipated. Being able to see your goal, to watch the money in that envelope grow week by week, to plan for how you will use it, helps you appreciate the item and the work it took to acquire it. Long-term benefits of instant gratification lists. You will learn to be a patient spender and more responsible. Your budget will not be negatively affected, which means your goals will stay on track. Living on a budget doesn't mean you always have to feel deprived. In fact, you should cut yourself some slack and enjoy a frivolous purchase once in a while. But practicing delayed gratification will make these treats extra special. You just listened to the post titled Instant Gratification Wish List, Becoming a Patient Spender by Kumiko Love of thebudgetmom.com. I know we've all been there, setting those ambitious New Year's resolutions. By mid-January, most of us have already given up. But what if I told you there's one financial resolution you could actually stick to because it happens automatically? Well, today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. And Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your money goals. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with spare money you've got right now. You can start with $5 or even just your spare change. Acorns is great because this type of automation is exactly what we talk about on this show. Head to acorns.com/OFD or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/OFD. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, I just learned that 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones you're not using anymore, saving more money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. The app automatically scans your bills to find savings opportunities and will even negotiate with service providers on your behalf. No more waiting on hold. And their new goals feature makes saving automatic, perfect for building an emergency fund or saving for a house. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/OFD today. That's rocketmoney.com/OFD. rocketmoney.com/OFD. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of mindless spending. Instant gratification often drives our decisions, and we rarely pause to consider whether a purchase aligns with our values or priorities. Shifting from an impulse spender to an intentional one requires slowing down and approaching each transaction with patience and thoughtfulness. I realized this when I noticed how often I spent money on autopilot, particularly on meals. Living in New York City in my 20s, I ate out almost every day simply because it was convenient. I wasn't paying attention to the costs or the lack of value I was getting. Once I decided to be more intentional, I began bringing my own gourmet meals to work. Better quality, healthier, and far cheaper than the deli down the street. The transformation happened because I slowed down. I took the time to plan my meals, shop for ingredients, and enjoy the process of cooking. This deliberate approach didn't just save me money. It taught me the importance of patience in spending. When you pause before a purchase, you give yourself the chance to reflect. Does this add value? Is it worth it? This moment of thought creates a new habit, one that shifts you from spending impulsively to spending wisely and with purpose. But that'll do it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.